We live yet, cidi?
Just about. Interview video right now.
Alright. Wait for you to kick us off.
Alright guys, welcome to the stream. It does look like the map is changing as we switch screens here. Let's go ahead and go to the dual screen. Hi, my name's Cidi. I do have a special guest today, ESPT's very own Inchon. How you doing today?
I don't know what's special, but I am a guest. So, always glad to be here, and very familiar with these two teams. I just wouldn't be right to see these two teams. I want to get as close to the action as possible, and what better than an admin cam here?
Sweet. You're doing something a little different. Usually, you would be streaming certain games when you have time. But today you're co-casting with me, and I appreciate you taking your time coming out.
Much more relaxed, much more relaxing on this side to co-cast. But I'm looking forward to this. If these two teams, both based out of the NA, got a little bit of a different contingency though on each, and I think for OPBHB, obviously we fought with them. If you're familiar with the last seasonal.
Yep.
Fought with them in Alliance, a lot of close friendships, a lot of great memories. But we each went off our own, and for XIII Void, Glow, 13th Legion, and Void, I mean, this is really a combination of teams that are hungry. And I think what we're going to see here is you're going to see two teams going at it, one experienced, trying to establish themselves as an independent community, and three hungry teams looking to get an upset here. And what better map than on Utah?
Yeah.
What better point than Win 7?
Win 7 does look good. I am trying to find my guy.
All right.
So I have the camera on you as right now.
Yep.
From what it looks like.
The initial lines up here. Just check maybe some artillery defenses going up. Like they're going to probably a lot of supplies over here for G13 and Void, or G. There's a. I'm just going to say the triumphant, the try. We had try Rex last time, but
Copy.
A lot of defenses going up there for the allies. Loot supplies will be going up, and a full-on contingency right here on the line, ready to go. What are you noticing out there around the axis?
Nothing right now. I am trying to find Gato. So I found Gato. I'm loading in. I apologize for the delay. So hopping in over here right now, we do. It's looking. Just switch to my camera. It looks like pretty simple. They have recon tank going up top. They have a lot of trucks on the bottom side. We do have drowned field, so we got about 2 transport trucks and one supply truck coming down. They are taking that very like map edge approach. What do you think? Do you think there's going to be any tank snipes?
I'm looking. They do got a recon tank set up for the tries, and we'll see if it's able to connect. If so, that would be a huge connection there. This is going to be just, I mean, with the way the barbed wire plays on this, for the access, you gotta, if you're gonna make a southern play, you gotta be successful. You can't let that barbed wire deny you on the south. But also, you can't commit too much to the south. Those crossroads up there to the northwest of the point. Oh, there actually goes a truck snipe. Gets one truck right going in the middle. We got one truck coming on the south here. But that's only got at most 4 people in it.
OPBHB do have one truck that has made it into the point, but it does look like GXV has a good foothold on it. They have numbers right now, and
you know that truck was half full. Oh, did see that is now blown up. GXV, is that what we're calling it? GXV.
GXV. Yes.
Yep. Is about got a good opening as they expected, and this is you know. Okay, we did get one OP down there from OPBHB. Let's see what that squad is able to come in.
We'll go ahead and switch over the camera to Inchon and see what he's looking at right now.
But if you watched last week's match against GXV,
yes,
their prep work against DC on Remagen was noteworthy and really allowed them to take this strong point. And we're seeing that same type of prep work paying off here. In fact, I want to point this out. Look how aggressive they are. We're at over halfway cap, and GXV is actually pushing all the way to the pass, trying to get as far in. Great rocket shot there on the Lukes. That Lukes isn't going to be able to do as much damage up close as he wanted to.
He does get another rocket shot.
Yeah.
As we switch to my camera, we do see a lot of OPBHB along that main road. They do have the Lukes there, but he's out in the open. Rockets are just trying to hit him, but he's still alive, and he's putting pressure onto the point so people can't peek. We do have 13th Legion Dope Ducky right here in the mix, just right here at the more western side of the main road. BHB been pulling up on Fender. Right now, passes Fender, does not see him, but does Fender see him? He does, he takes him out. So what are you thinking so far right now? Let's go ahead and take a look at the maps. We do have both sides currently. On the left, you do see OPBHB map. And on the right, we do have GXV on Inchon's perspective.
And this is a great opening by GXV. This is the question. Are they going to be able to transition out? Where they got a Lima squad up here, I just lost their squad leader. This is where I want to see much more concentration coming in, clearing out that north side, pushing them as much to the open fields as possible. They do have a tank up here at a critical point. That we call this, you know, Grandma's house.
Yes.
You know, the Grandma's house south. Grandma's got a lot of houses. Grandma was a rich lady.
Yep. If we look at it right now, OPBHB, they do have a Gary in D7 and in D8 along the main road and the map edge. It looks like they dropped supplies at Drown Fields. Let's go ahead and take a look at Inchon Cam.
Yeah, just to check out the garrison situation here. Backline garrison's up. We're a couple minutes past cap. Not seeing any garrisons in the active sector. Would really love Boom Dizzle up here. He gets that great OP after post. You want to be thinking garrison right away. That's going to allow more of those forces to come in.
Yep.
But, I mean, for all things considered, great opening once again by GHV.
Go ahead and go into my cam. OPBHB maybe starting some new metas. They have built some barricades with a Panzer IV right on top of it, overlooking the hedges. I know Inchon can't see right now, but if he goes ahead into the E8 next to the main road.
Let's check that. So that actually, I think that was first seen by Core. Done by Core on Saint Marie Dumont in the last finals, which looks like, you know, OPBHB pulling a page out of that one.
They're adapting. They know that this game is a lot right now because HLL Seasonal, it's a tournament style. Right now, both of these teams are 0-1. So when they lose, the loser will go 0-2, and the winner will be 1-1, and that determines their bracket. Basically, I believe the loser is pretty much out, right?
Yeah, no, that's a great point to bring up. This is a sudden death for these teams in this placement round. 2 wins and you're into the next, 2 losses and you're out. And both these teams had a tough matchup last week. GXV going against DC, which is just it's just stacked. Let's just call it what it is. They're stacked. A lot of members on that team, former members of the Exodus team, that actually wound up winning 3 seasonals ago.
Oh wow!
Getting plussed up with OC members from the OCKRT member alliance, which got 3rd and 4th place. I think 4th place multiple times.
Sweet.
And now they're actually got some other reinforcements coming from another community, from what I heard. But here's the concern. Once again, okay, we finally see a garrison go up. OPBHB using their experience now. We got smoke going across the field. We'll see if they're able to get in. They're going to be overwatched by that armor, as you said, up on those kind of stilts with the barricades.
The stilts. It does look like on my camera, as we're viewing right now, OPBHB does have that crossroads unlocked. They've got a very good line established. And what do you see on your end, Inchon, as we switch to you?
I'm looking here up on the north side. So this medium, still the same spawn medium. Crew's gotten out multiple times to try to repair, but that artillery's been on there and has actually killed a couple of the crew members. But look at this, a double repair station behind. So that tank, if he gets enough infantry support, it's going to be good. Possibly covered as much as he can. I want to scan back. Looks like that barbed wire has created enough of a choke point, push back against that OPBHB smoke push. We saw a lot of that in HCA from OPBHB on Purple Heart Lane. Really kind of favoring that frontal push supported by artillery and smoke, using as much of those combined arms. And here comes some brave souls across the point again. Reslar, Smol, and Dark Times. Let's see how much this smoke covers them.
With the match beginning since the beginning of the match, both of them are not letting up. With GXV not making sure they do not lose win 7, but OPBHB setting up correctly and making sure they don't make the same mistakes as they did last match against FOC. As we switch to my camera, there is a little battle going down in just below Chapel. How important is it to hold the, I guess you could say, the E and F column in the 6 and 7?
Yeah,
squares?
So with the active sectors being on the 7 and 8, you really want to apply pressure down this kind of urban terrain, this road. And, you know, Lima's actually, I've seen him now. He's got his OP up there. He's got supplies up there. I mean, I think if they go back and they look at this, it's going to be a missed opportunity. We're now approximately, 6-7 minutes after cap, and still no garrison up there where he has his OP.
Oh wow!
If he's able to get his garrison up there, get a little bit more force instead, OPBHB is going to continue just kind of box them out there. But speaking of boxing out, the defenders for GXV doing a great job not letting this smoke hinder them.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yeah, not seeing a huge significant amount of tank battles. I want to try to find back our medium here.
We'll go ahead and switch over to my camera. We do have BHB Infidel and BHB Butters. They're making their way onto Grandma's house.
Yep. Tank battle is now, like I said, this medium moved up. They didn't like that Panzer IV there. He's lining up. He's also got a great view of the infantry coming across this field. But as I say that,
we do have
take a rocket from the right.
We do have a OPBHB bombing run coming down onto WN7 on the more eastern side of the hard cap. It does take a few out, but it's...
And I can confirm it also took out the garrison.
It did. Okay, so I'm sure that the commander for OPBHB is dyslexic.
Dyslexic United. Yep.
Yes, and he's probably yelling in comms right now, like, "Hey, the Gary's down. Let's make a move."
Boom! 76 finally takes out that PC4. And you can tell how much GXV is not like that PC4. We see 2 AT guns, one up, one down. Repair station. So GXV making sure that their armor is well reinforced with repair stations. but still get a little bit behind. Finally, we see that garrison go up. Now we got some garrisons on the F line.
As we switch to the map view right now, we'll go ahead and take a look. Right now, OPBHB, from anything from the D column all the way to the left to the A, they've got garrisons locked down. How's it looking on your side, Inchon?
It's looking good. In fact, I really like this. So I want to point out, now that I think it was Boom Squad up here in Lima, looking right.
Yep.
Boom. I was getting a little critical earlier, but now you're coming through. He's been able to take his squad, got the garrison back there, moved his OP about 200 meters up, and is actually now created and hooked back up with that force that's been pushed out of Grandma's house.
Yes.
That's been reinforced by armor. Now let's also look at the southern side. Armor's come out. They've taken down that PZ4. Now the defenders have been able to push out to this road, and now you have that pocket around coming here on the crossroad. Start having that high concentration artillery. Who's not up right now? We see them off the guns.
Yes.
But also, what we got ourselves a little whammo here. If you haven't heard that term before, playing with us.
Yeah.
Wide ass mother OP.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Garrison. Yeah, that's a whammo
Garrison.
right there. And I love this positioning because it's right adjacent to the active sector. So when they spawn here, their recon is going to be able to quickly influence the artillery.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to walk in and apply immediate cap pressure. So really looking good here for G13 after a little bit of a slow transition.
Currently, no. Sorry to interrupt you, but currently no whammos on the OPBHB side. We do have the recon squad heading back to the artillery. I'm not sure if they're doing any rocket snipes this game, but the tank situation, I do want to touch on this. I do have I believe a Panther in the D8 area. How's it looking on the GXV side?
Oh, it's actually just looking at the armor there, and we have the 76 down on map's edge on the south side, and that same medium coming off map spawn, getting some value out of that. Hopefully he's ready though to switch over to 76 and get a little upgrade. But I want to point out here the tankers, they were actually going forward, and now they've kind of fallen back. I think some, at least visually looking like some good coordination here. I want to check out these crews. Oh, look at this. We got the
we have the tank simps.
Yes.
as
so this is a Void tank crew.
Yes.
Looks like being supported by Glow engineers. And look at that, Daddy Pierce right in front. This is teamwork between all three communities. Now this medium is gonna get aggressive.
The medium is getting aggressive as in my camera, I do have my camera locked onto the Panther, which we have Emperor Rajwell and I believe Abenonium of OP. They are playing very passive. Their Garys are lighting up on the Drowned Fields area. We do have Glow Sticky Field right here. The commander actually right behind Drowned Fields. He is lighting up the Gary. We have one AT and one squad lead, Glow Wix and Ergo, as another Panther does pull out of bottom spawn. Ergo goes down, so he cannot shoot any rockets at that Panther as pulling out. How's it looking over there, Inchon? As we switch to
G13 or GX, I gotta get Void in there. Void, I apologize. I'm just so used to saying G13. Void, we've seen you in here. Just shout out your tank crew. Love you, Void.
Yes.
I want to point out here, Void has been a really interesting strategy how they've gotten their comp experience.
Yep.
They've really been mercenaries for a lot of the community, especially during the summer months as attendance was a little low.
Yes.
Void got out and saw a lot of different looks and structures, and been able to kind of adjust those to their own here. Now here's actually a key play by Strikeout. Let's see if he's gonna get in.
Strikeout.
Okay, Strikeout. Yeah, he gets the OP. Oh man, so close though. Scooty DI, Scooty McBooty here. Is gonna go ahead and get that OP back down. So it's all for naught, but I mean, just talk about seconds of difference between a critical play. We got another 76. Yep, here's that another 76 starting to come up.
It looks like
13th.
a bombing run is coming in.
Yep, so that's gonna be covering that airhead. that was an airhead combo, but when the Panther sees that airhead, yeah, your bombing run ain't gonna do too much.
No, it's not. We don't see hardly any GXV guys near drowned fields. I know that you said that the airhead bombing run combo has been played with. Has it been played with? And do you think personally is it effective in comp matches?
I think it depends on the, I mean, every tool in the toolbox has its proper application and usage in different times. I mean, doing a naked bombing run airhead there, if that armor wasn't there, possibly could have worked. I didn't see anything else going back. And granted, if they called that out in command chat that the thing's got it, there's a reason for that. It might just be unlucky timing.
Right.
But I think you see a couple different teams using their airheads differently. Either one to create an opportunity,
yes,
or two to reinforce an opportunity. And I think for that one right there, we definitely saw that was trying to create an opportunity, which just didn't work out for him.
So we still have an hour and 10 minutes left within the game. I think this game is, like I said earlier, they know what's on the line, and they're not willing to give it up easily on both sides. OPBHB being a more veteran team than GXV. Do you have any input on that, Inchon?
Yeah, I think what we're gonna see, I think what you're gonna see is really at this point, kind of these stalemates. Whose takes are going to provide the opportunity now? Panthers do have a reloading speed advantage over the 76s, so inherently the Germans. But the way that these players have been focusing repair stations, I'm seeing right here with the double repair.
Yep.
That could just be enough to definitely turn that advantage over. Seen a little bit of a crease starting to form here. Strikeout once again on the north side, going to Grandma's house.
We do have the double cam going on as I'm locking on to the OPBHB Panther. Does GXV have an answer for this Panther that's just laying shells on WN7?
Well, it can lay shells on once. Kills are nice, but using it to gain map control and area of denial, that's what's going to be huge. We did see, back to Grandma's house here, we did see a strikeout take down the OP again before he got taken out. But difference is, squad leader wasn't nearby, so just north of the point, there's a little crease starting to form along this hedge. Right. That could open it up, and so far this armor up here isn't necessarily aware of it.
I would like to say currently we do have on my screen, as we're showing, two Panthers set up in the southern side, just west of the main road of WN7. One Panther did get hit by a shell, and the other current Panther is engaging, I believe, the Jumbo just south of WN7. We'll go ahead and take a look at Inchon as he looks at the Artie.
Yeah, I was, this is when we kind of get into the stalemates. I always like to see which part of the tripod of victory between infantry, Artie, and armor. Yes, you can go ahead and quote me on that. Tripod of victory is going in. We actually see GXV with all three guns up. Leaps, one of the OP's top players, actually got one-on-one with critical fail, protecting his own. Yep. And critical fail came out on top on that one. So these three artillery guns really going to deny a significant amount. So we've got a traditional recon squad going after the artillery. I haven't, just watching this for a little while, I haven't seen any rocket snipes. It's one of the current metas.
Yep.
I haven't seen that. Have you noticed any of that on from GXV?
Currently none at the moment, but while we were looking at GXV's artillery, we do have Emperor in the Panther taking down I believe, maybe another Jumbo south of WN7, and we'll go ahead and take a look.
Yeah, that's a good eye there. That's going to be key, taking down that 76 and open up that south side. Now we see that Panther starting to move up.
Yes. As we look right now, we do have 13th Legion, Honey Badger, OPBHB. They've got Belgian gates like a motherfucker on here, and they have 2 guns currently running. But the Honey Badger is he's making it known that I'm here to help my team.
All right, so critical moment. GXV has lost both armor within a minute here, and now we see that smoke being used from the western approach. GXV does have their artillery up right now. Are they able to identify? We did see a little bit of cap progress. There is an AT gun up here on the south side with PT is free and Neil.
Yep.
If that Panther does get into range.
From my view, currently we do have you know, Teacup, Overblaze, Pocket, and Snip. They are coming down in the E6 area, and they're trying to take over these houses just east of it. OPBHB, they're dropping supplies right there, as Boom Dizzle does not see it. So they've. What do you think with them being on this northern side of the road, and with OPBHB kind of dominating that crossroad? Do you think they're just trying to soften things up and then like maybe divert some manpower?
Well, I think you gotta. I think OPBHB realizes that while a direct push from the east is possible, it is probably not going to be as effective. Now, granted, they did get both those armors down, but they tried multiple times. So, running this crossroad and pushing east, I'm actually following this Luke's right now.
Yep.
If they're able to use this almost as kind of a battering rod to get to this north side of this house and control the lines of sights, that could be an opportunity to swing in and open up a second avenue of attack onto the point. Zipper goes for 1 rocket there.
I do.
See if he's able to get the second.
I am starting to see OPBHB's Panther move up just along this main road, but he is getting hit by AT immediately. We do have Pope Vin, Rezar. They're trying to push up from this little road on the west side. In your opinion, do you think it's approachable? I mean, given the situation of like smokes and how much GXV has to cover that road, we've got about a squad with.
Yeah, it was approachable when they had both those tanks down. You know, now I'm starting to, you know, how quick is that 76? We do see a 76 rolling up. Just checking out the resource status. They got spawned the 76 down south probably about a minute or two ago, and they're at 320. Interesting point though, GXV is only generating 50 per minute.
Oh wow.
So there's one set of nodes down, and in a long map drawn out, that difference of 10 per minute, especially using Courage, which jumps up to 20 per minute. So let's just go ahead and split the difference. 15 per minute for the duration of the game could be the difference of gaining the armor advantage.
I believe a tank, a repair station just went down. That jumbo is pushing up from what I see. So let's go ahead and take a look at your camera and what you got.
Yeah, critical battle right now here on this north side. So that Luke's got up, got around, and is now that same crease that OPBHB has been using to influence the north side of Grandma's house is now being exploited by a little bit more troops and reinforced with that Luke's. Let's see if GXV can maintain Grandma and backfill that spot, possibly get some of these spawns, put OPBHB out there in the field. I want to start to see some artillery shifting. Speaking of artillery, it looks like OPBHB starting to use a little bit of that smoke coming down. Yep. So
with about like an hour left, let's go ahead and take a look at the maps. Let's review first with GXV garrisons. What do you think, and just their whole front line, how's it looking?
So I think it's looking good. You know, last time we checked, Boom Squad was right about up here. We've moved a little bit further south, about 100 meters. Expect a slow slog on this one. I think you get one more garrison up in this area, and you're feeling a lot better. The Whammo garrison didn't quite last, which is fine. Hey, you got some
Yeah.
pressure back there.
The Whammo garrison.
The Whammo. Wide ass motherfucking OP. There it is.
For those who don't know, it's something that I've been enlightened by Inchon, and respectfully, you know, I think it's great. As we look at the OPBHB side, they have quite their garrisons in their territory have not been touched at all. So from the last time that I looked at it, OPBHB is doing well and standing their ground. Their line is pretty good, other than maybe like right here, but that could be due to maybe just like manpower or like tanks just pushing up through there. I did see a Luke's go down the main road into the back line, just along the G column, but it's not there anymore.
Possible hero play here by Richard. Let's see. I think he threw a nade in there. He did. I was gonna say this whole southern field is just. I know it looks green on your screen, but in your mind and in the mind of these players, it's running red with blood. It's just a bloody field between these hedges on the west side and the barbed wire on the east. But
it is, man. But either way, I mean, they have to push through no matter what.
Well, no, I mean that, and they're keeping each other honest down here.
Yeah.
But really, for me, this is okay. Now we look at this. Now we have approximately 3 squads to the north, and this is where I want to see, can GXV realize how much is happening on the north here?
Yeah.
Get some armor support. Get them in the back. Actually, we see. Yep, there's the armor. Good. And start to get some artillery. And meanwhile, Boom Squad has a great opportunity. Let's actually look at the squad leader here. Void for overplays is in the crossroads. Get an OP in, come up, get onto this broken 3-story.
Yep.
And control the lines of sight and work their way outside in. Get a garrison up here on the front line. Get it right on the doorstep to Drown Fields.
And there you go.
Do not. Yep. Blaze has got his OP there. So this is one of those things where OPBHB is pushing. They're filling it.
They are.
But have they left their back door open?
We do have a big spawn wave of GXV. I know that OPBHB knows there's a garrison right here. As you can see on my camera, we do have what is it? Joe or JGE. He does take out the garrison, but Dope Ducky was a little too late. I believe the medium Sherman, he is here. He is trying to cover, but a satchel does go off, I believe, by OPBHB. Just over here at Grandma's house. I think that OPBHB, they're kind of with the western side of WN7 not really working out for them. They're making a move on this northern side of Grandma's house.
Well, this tank is the only thing saving that north side right now. Let's see if we can. Oh, that bombing run just missed Infidel in like 50. Man, they're feeling a little bit of heat off that OP.
Yeah,
that
man.
Bombing run. So can GXV reestablish herself on the north? That tank's definitely going to allow them to have an opportunity. We do see them reestablish the garrison, the strong point. Now, critical opportunity up here for who is it? Not Boom Squad. I forgot whose squad it is for Hotel here.
We do
get a garrison on the front line and just start to squeeze everything out in the circle and put some front line pressure on here on Drown Fields.
Yep, we do have Richard, Glow Richard, coming back. He is a squad lead, probably trying to establish maybe an OP at Grandma's house to rebuild that Gary. They were shooting rockets at it earlier, thinking that maybe some OP BHB guys were in there, but little do they know that we do have Maddie and BHB Benami right there on the main road. OP does have a MG setup just to make sure that nobody from WN7 can at least cross into Grandma's house.
John K9 here for Glows. Great opportunity coming in behind. He picks up 2 kills on this one. Picks up 3. Picks up 4. There's nothing between him and the OP. He's going to go ahead and reload. That's a 4-kill streak there from John.
He's out here making plays, man, and that's what we like to see, man.
He's got the rocket out. Okay, missed the OP, but picked up a 5th kill. Now let's see. It's gonna go for it. Oh gosh, he wishes to have that rocket. 5, 6, 7. Is he gonna be able to pick up Uno? John here with just a hero play right now. He doesn't get Uno, man. Oh, that rocket just being a little bit high. That's what he needed that one. He was doing everything he could. Now Peep's gonna come in there on the other side. Should be able to time it. Is he gonna be able to get to respond? Everything on this squad was just looking back to the left. Now all of a sudden they're getting shot from the right. Somebody throw a nade. Now Peace calling this out. Is he going to be able to see Sun Stylus? Peace just needs a proxy against on this north side.
As we move to me, I do see Boom Dizzle right here with Tits, OP Tits. They're like laying down, and Boom does take him down. I'm pretty sure that he is marking this Panzer IV that's up here on the north side. Oh,
God, this OP is still... Peace actually went to the right, his right, to get a kill, and this OP is still surviving. There's just bodies everywhere here, but man, if they get this OP, this is the most forward element I see of OPBHB, and it completely shuts down their attack. If they just get on that OP. So many opportunities. John, for such hero-ness. Hero-ness? Is that a word?
Yes.
I'm going to say it's a word.
Today it is.
Heroism. Hero-ness.
Today it is.
I'll hear about that later from my friends and my enemies.
We'll go ahead and switch to just a dual perspective. I will be here at the crossroads. OPBHB have lost the main crossroads to kind of get to from Drown Fields to W and 7. We do have Void Pocket right there just sitting up in the broken house.
Oh, admin cam curse. You said it and he died.
He does. He does go down. We do have a Greyhound coming in.
The Greyhound misses the OP. This is like the Teflon OP, man.
It's like the Superman.
Everybody's running past this OP, near this OP, killing bodies next to this OP. And
whose OP is that?
We'll see when the squad leader spawns. I think it might be Venivici here.
Venivici,
yeah, he's the closest squad leader to it.
We do. As you guys see right now, Venivici is here fighting with some Void guys. You know, we do have Teacup and PT is free. He does take down the OP, but I believe his death for that OP is worth it, man. As he does get backup from like so. But Snip and PT is free. You know, they're not squad leaders, but let's see if they could reestablish.
Overblade takes down one OP. Actually, it looks like both OPs. Let's pull up our maps here. Let's do an OP watch here. OP watch 2020, fall seasonal style.
I'll go ahead and zoom in the respectable area.
So I want to highlight this outside of Win 7. That's just, I'm assuming, the defense.
Yes.
I want to look. Great distribution here by GXV. You got a garrison back there. OP's 100, 200 meters out. They did have that OP up on the front line. I did see them get the garrison. It went down, but great play there. You know, this is when, you know, we start to see item OP come here. Just basically great use of in distribution between these. Looking at OPBHB side, what are you seeing?
So right now, the initial Garys haven't been touched, man, and they do have OPs all along the E column. Within the playable area. We do see the commander up north, and I believe they just built a Gary right there within the F5 area. The recon tank is closely near it, but he is pushing with Strikeout and I think Soto Voice. But as I can see on my map currently, the OPs are lighting up, so it looks like GXV is slowly but surely pushing along to clear out that E column and establish their front line a little bit further. With that being said, I do see a Panther on the map on the bottom. How's it looking tank-wise with GXV?
Looking tank-wise, we got actually their tanks. You know, we talked about earlier. They're seeing that pressure on the north side. Tanks did move up to the north. 176 playing in the back. medium patrolling here, doing his thing to north side of the point. But all in all, their armor's a little bit far from the back here.
A little bit far. With me looking at this Panther right now on the southern side, for OPBHB, he is getting engaged, I believe, by another tank.
Let me correct myself here. We actually can see another 76. Yep, pushing that on the south. I thought it was the AT gun. 3 repair state. You ready for this one? On the second week of HLL Seasonal, my true love gave to me. 3 repair stations, 2 AT guns, 176. Okay, I'll never do that again. I promise. But unless you liked it. But no, they were able to get some, at least force that Panther to push back. But, and Forborn living the competitive dream. This body's slopping off to the right there. Hands bloody for Forborn, Forbidden, whatever.
I am seeing in chat that my icons for the teams are messed up. I do apologize. I hope you guys are still enjoying the stream. I believe Pepper is saying Inchon to go ahead and get Nitro for Discord so your quality could be better.
And I do have Nitro, in fact.
It might be just maybe how I'm capturing it. But
yeah, that's
overall,
why I normally use OBS Ninja.
Yeah.
But it's yep.
So we do have.
We can focus on your stream. I'll just call it out when I see it.
Yeah.
Now we're up to 4 repair stations, 3 active, 1 dead back here.
3 active. That Panther is still on the southern side right now. I believe that jumbo that you pointed out just recently was the one that was engaging it. It's the one just peeking out of the building, correct?
Yep. Right to the southeast of the point. And we do see 2 repair stations over this Panther. 1 down, 1 up. And at the end of the day, 3 repair stations going to outmatch 1. That's just that good math.
As we switch over to my camera, we do have BHB Brenemy taking out Red Citadel as Keebs. He is one of the players to watch in my interview that Strikeout went ahead and gave me. As we snap onto him, let's take a look.
Yeah,
he does go up.
That guy's made some hero plays.
He does get taken down by Schmeck, but man, GXV is you know they're showing that this is not gonna be an easy match, man. And
who is the crew in the south of the Panther there for OPBHB?
I'll give you right now as they're moving right now. It is Emperor, Rajwell, and I believe Jimbonium.
Okay, yep. I was gonna say they gotta be frustrated, man. They've hit that 76 multiple times. Looks like artillery takes out the repair station, and a possible crew member from this Panther. So this Panther is without repairs, passive repairs, should I say? Yeah,
he's definitely feeling the pressure, at least from over there, because that specific sector, they've been the OPBHB have without a doubt been sending their Panthers there just to cover this kind of southern side. They don't have too much manpower other than we do have like OP Dupree, and Keeps takes another angle at this, shooting the trench line, takes 1 down. He does have smoke to cover him, and he's like out in the open. Does Daddy Pierce see him? He takes out another guy of Glow, and he runs right past 2 Glow members, but does get taken down, I believe, by Richard. And we do see Richard right here on the what do you call those little things? The little like rusted ass.
The what? Dragon Seed?
It's the one where you have to like parkour onto. Just north of WN7. Richard's right on top of it.
Let's see here. Oh, the hoppers. He's on the hoppers.
Hoppers, yeah. Richard, if he wasn't there,
didn't work out so well for him though. He's
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, if he wasn't there, then Keebs would have gotten into the hard cap and maybe set up something to where he could start taking out guys that are trying to push up to the front line. We do see a bombing run incoming. Looks like it's
Garrison, possibly.
Go ahead and swap over to Inchon.
Well, if I'm coming across pixelated, let's go ahead and focus on your stream. I'll just alert you to when things are happening. It's pulling off a stream and getting into your OBS and rebroadcasting.
Yeah,
it's a lot on a system. It's a lot. So
yeah,
we'll give the old girl a break.
So with 45 minutes left, we will stick to my my camera for the rest of the stream. We'll go ahead and swap over if we need to do a double map. But again, we do have a special guest today on my stream. My name's Cidi, and we have Inchon as well. Some of you guys might be familiar with him. A lot of you guys will.
I've been here and there.
There you go.
So I want to point your attention to the north side of Win 7, right to the southwest of Grandma's house. There's this trench system we call the Iron Cross.
Yeah.
OPBHB actually got right to the trench system, but was on the outside of the barbed wire, and has kind of just been pinned between a teacup and a tank here. Literally 13th from teacup. And this is a moment when you're for Pope, you're just kind of like, well, I don't know if I'm going to survive this, but I'm not going to move. But he is a squad leader there, so if he's able to get something happening, possibly wrap around that barbed wire, get the OP. Okay, now he's doing the low crawl.
He is. We do see that Jumbo right here next to Pope Vin. He does not see Pope Vin at all, crawling along the barbed wire. I believe nobody north of the WN7 hard cap sees him as well, but we've got a little bit more manpower on this on the southern field. The Panther,
Joe from BHB, who I consider to be one of the best, possibly making his play here. He's going to go ahead and be on the garrison. That's going to quickly go down.
He is, and Teacup does not see it. You know, he is MGing the field, but
he's going to get reinforced by Uno here.
Uno's here.
Yeah.
He does meet. He makes one. Does he get Teacup?
Teacup's aware. There's going to be a one-on-one here. Critical. Oh, Teacup with no mercy.
Just like that, Uno does not get dose.
Yeah. Okay, but now, go back here to the bottom of the Iron Cross. Pope Vin's, while we're looking at that engagement, now Pope Vin's actually to the northeast of the point as the squad leader. Oh man, Pope, stay silent. Stay silent, let him go past you. Let's get your OP down.
He does take out Red Citadel, but Richard is pulling up on him right now. Let's see if does he see him? Pope does take him down.
Let's take a quick accounting here. OPBHB for the first time now has gotten control of the Grandma's house with a squad leader. We have a squad leader, Pope Vin, on the far right hand side, and you have on the north side of the road a squad pushing. If GXV doesn't react in balance with this, one of these three areas could provide enough opportunity to start some cap. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it does. As I looked earlier,
no garrisons for GXV in the active sector.
As we're looking at the map for OPBHB right now, they do not have any garrisons in the red other than the F5 area, which is one of those whammos. It's a little
now
up
that you
a
hear it,
ways.
you just can't unhear it.
Yeah, we do have two heavies on the bottom side, whereas I believe OPBHB, this is a tank fight on the southern side. We have two heavies going at it, two Panthers and I believe two 76s. I do think that GXV, they do have a take advantage with I think 3 heavies on their side.
Yeah, all those repair stations that were built have now been destroyed. The armor for GXV, keeping them in this, keeping it stabilized for now. Now here we go. Pope's OP now has gone down. Joe, Brimini, Butters, all coming in. Going to be able to provide some wraparound. Let's see if Brimini's able to get his rocket into play here.
Keebs, Pope, Vin, and Joe. I believe they're doing the double drops right now. They've dropped the 50 right now with Richard approaching enemy, but they're building an AT gun. But Pope does go down. Richard's there. I believe he takes down the OP, and man, that's
and look how these moments go. So just a minute ago, we were talking about what the opportunity was going to be.
Yep.
Now that northwest push has now been shut down. Grandma's house resecured. Pope Vin squad eliminated.
Their
play.
Window of opportunity definitely closed once GXV, which was a good reaction for them. They took down. I'm not sure who the squad lead was at. I know Keys was there. Pope Vin is a squad lead, so it might have been his squad.
Precision strike catches that Panther, and what was looking like it's all going to come together now has just been snuffed out. But they got back the crossroads, so you know this has just been a grind fest.
It is. We have Dupree right here with Richard. Dupree does take down Richard, and they're trying to set up a repair station right here. Rubber Duck and Reslar. There's no tanks in sight at the moment. Let's go ahead and look at these this crossroads right here, Inchon. What do you think? It does look like OPBHB has the numbers at the moment, and they have
the numbers because they don't have really any other opportunity. They gotta come in from this no side.
Yep.
There's they don't really have too much. They're gonna go ahead and put the forces on here, which is the right play. The difference for G13 though, they've also lost the garrison on the far north side. So G13 getting a little bit behind on garrisons. Would love to see a healthy spawn wave right here on F7 before it goes down, but too late.
As we're looking at right now on camera, BHB Infidel does approach that Gary and does take it down. He does have help from Debo, but there is an OP right here from Glow Boomdizzle.
Infidel, one of the most like all-around players. You put that guy in a tank, you put him in a squad, you put him in a shield. Guy's duct tape, man. You can put him anywhere and it's just gonna perform.
A very versatile man, and it shows right there that, you know, he eats garrisons for dinner, lunch, whatever.
Yep. So we talked about where OPBHB is coming from, but let's go all the way here to the north. Actually, Chapel and Hill 5 area. You see a little bit of a squad reinforced element wide out there, and I think that's what you're commenting about on your Wambo OP. So this is where I was gonna say G13's got some probe elements on the back here. Gonna be able to spar with them, slow them down.
Yep.
And rightfully so now. I keep forgetting about Void. Void, I love you guys.
GXV.
Yeah, GXV has put more to counter that frontal push. I think that, I mean, once you get that crossroads, you gotta hold it as much as you can, and I think both these teams realize that, so they're going to put more resources to it. Love to see possibly some artillery from GXV starting to fall on this area.
I'm gonna go ahead over here and lock into where Boom Dizzle and Zerg Hunter is at. It looks like they're trading over here. Neither one of them have successfully gone across this road and, you know, survived. But as we saw earlier, where Infidel took out the garrison right here, I'm not sure if GXV is trying to rebuild or establish a Gary in this sector.
Yep. So I want to draw your attention to the artillery for GXV here.
Yep.
What you actually see is another defensive tactic that is critical fail in a 75, shooting smoke to block the line of sights and allow the artillery players to basically be protected as they go through. But Leaps over here in the sniper shell, I think might have just the sight picture down where, hey, that smoke could conceal.
Yeah.
It doesn't cover, so he's been taking shots in there. Yep, getting some shots in there. And Leaps, once again, quality player.
I'm not sure if this is common in comp play, but we do see a glow sniper right there, just a little west of the artillery. Is that fairly common? For
it's kind of to counter sniper, you know.
Yeah.
With how wide open these beaches are and being able to get the angles on that, a sniper going against another sniper is not necessarily uncommon. Different tactics. With that said, I'm looking here at Progrand, and I don't think he realizes where Leap's shots are coming from.
No.
But Leap, and you talk about value. Leaps almost single-handedly is tying up 3 people, and
just by himself.
Keeping these guns silence. Yeah.
We'll go ahead and check out OPBHB's artillery. They do have 3 guns.
Oh,
3 guns rolling.
High life. They're living the high life over here.
3 guns going.
Their arms are getting tired. They're just reloading over and over again. They've lifted a ton today, and yeah, they're happy.
We do have we have Freak, Gato Rocket, and Bystrat 88. They're Bystrat, I believe. Is it or Rystrat?
Yeah, I don't see it be there. I do see some artillery.
we do, and it doesn't look like.
Look at freaking Gato. This is like they're almost synchronized. This is like, look at this. We need to like cue up some music here. Da 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 da. Oh, Gato's firing freaking good Freak.
Some like elevator music. Again, you guys are watching GXV, which is Glow, Legion 13, and Void, new co-op for the HLL Seasonal Fall Tournament. I would say a modified co-op. All right.
Yeah, so G13 has been running together for a while.
Yes.
But they picked up Void, and I think that's a solid pickup there. But all these communities, let's just kind of talk. Anytime you can take the best of 3 communities,
yes,
regardless of their experience, you're going to be pulling in a lot of talent. And this is really, to me, whether OPBHB's got a ton of talent too, but what they got in spades is experience. So we got talent and hunger against experience, and
consistent. You would say,
yeah,
consistency. I would say OPBHB. They're very consistent. I think most of the time.
I think they would want to be more consistent than they have been.
Yes,
recently. I think they've kind of had a few matches that they thought should have gone their way. And I think at a certain point, this is a position that neither one of these teams. Well, I would say OP definitely didn't see themselves in.
No.
But with that said, I mean, you just talk about a well-knit community that focuses on more than just winning, focuses on the relationships, focuses on, runs one of the best servers, Hot Dog 7, one of the best named servers. But man, OPBHB wants this one. I can tell you that much.
They really did, and usually, if you're in the NA community, these teams that are participating in today's match, they usually participate in like the FNFs, and they sat out this Friday. They're saying, hey, we're gonna sit out this one, you guys have fun.
Okay, so let's go. I was gonna say, while we were killing time here, critical development here has now happened on the crossroads.
Yep, I have the camera right here.
Yeah, now they got 5 OPs, and they've now been just slaughtering everybody coming off this frontline garrison. OPBHB is going to have to start thinking about defense.
Fender does take out the garrison just east of Drowned Fields from so OPBHB garrison does go down, but we do have Keeves and Joe protecting that area. Pulling up is Void Snip and Pocket with Daddy Pierce. They're slowly pushing it. There is an OP, and they immediately dropped. OPBHB immediately dropped 50 supplies to rebuild the Gary there. All they need is a squad lead.
So if you want to know the difference, what separates Tier 1 from Tier 2 communities, I'm going to state it's their ability to transfer at different stages of the games. One, the ability to transfer after initial cap to kind of active sector, and then two, the transition to go up to a 4-1, 3-2, and I think this is going to be the big question for GXV. Holy crap!
Oh my God!
You know, can they balance and maintain this map control around Win 7 while applying pressure on drowned fields? It's the right play to do. You want to get up, you want to control as much of that front line, but can they do it without stumbling? Because go back to that experience standpoint, as soon as OPBHB sniffs it out, they're going to make you pay if you slip up.
Yes. As we're looking right now, Void Overblaze does get his foot. You know, he gains more ground. He's getting close to red territory from his perspective. We do have Legion 13 Fender just pushing a little south of him. It looks like a 76 is pushing that field. It's looking good for GXV right now. They've kind of pushed that front line from the western front more into the, let's say, more on the edges of the E and D columns.
You see Dark Times here at the bottom of the map on the road. He's now had two people run right over him. Oh, he's gonna get it. Oh, that down.
And he goes down. We do have a big spawn wave coming from OPBHB.
Whoa, big spawn wave, but right. Oh, that tank is right there next to him.
The tank is right here.
A giant spawn right behind him.
OP, I shit my goes down. You know.
I think that is a well-timed name for that one right there. Okay, G13, do not destroy your.
Does red?
Red team's like, are you gonna take it out? Am I gonna take it out? Okay, red. Friendly fire.
Friendly fire.
I want to do the right thing. Oh, that was.
I could only imagine them saying like, "Hey, man, I want these points." It's like, "No, I want these points."
So interesting moment while we were looking at all that. GXV did. I got it right. Yes. If you're playing a drinking game to Inchon streaming, that is shot number 3 for saying that correctly.
Yes.
But did another naked airhead. This time no bomb and run, but got an airhead down south and it was quickly snatched up. Would have liked to see that airhead used to possibly reinforce a gain here. Like now behind this armor, this is the time when you want to make this airhead known. As
we're looking at my map currently, we do have a medium Panzer IV and I believe another Panther from OPBHB in the, like, I believe it's G8 and H8 area. I'm a little confused. Are they trying to look for that 76 that was sitting on WN75?
Is it not there? Okay, so Aries from 13th. This 13th in crew.
They're putting in work.
Well, I was gonna say 270 fuel left. I mean, they are driving right into the strong point.
Yeah.
Okay, they got some Artie support now. Small Sweat looking to make the satchel play.
Small Sweat. Does he make it? Does he get it on? He does not get it on yet. He does not go down.
Yeah, this tank maybe realizing that it's a little too much.
We have Aries, Cricket, and Myrtle Bagel.
Everybody right now is just like moths to a flame to this tank. Can the infantry get up behind it? We do have
Keebs, Bruceinator. He does get one shot on the booty.
Well, and this is big. This you gotta be aware of the situation. If/when right now that tank goes down, there's not enough fuel to spawn another 76.
There's not enough fuel.
And remember I talked about that transition?
Yes.
GXV only has 3 garrisons in their active sector. Nothing in behind. Oh God, this is. Oh, I was gonna say they might have saw a light at the end of the tunnel, but I think that was an oncoming train and not the end.
As we're looking right now, we do see Daddy Pierce shooting over there at I believe Tits. He does get taken down by Tits.
Yep.
And Dope Ducky, Crims, and Red Citadel. They're one of the few close ones. OPBHB, they're Gary right now. In the D8 cube or the D8 square, they have no garrisons at all. Just north of that, in the other the D7 square, they have OPs there, but they do not have any garrisons over there. So GXV, they're pushing. Right now, as we're looking kind of overview of the D8 square, we do see Schmeck, Richard, and Capitalism from GXV. They're on that bottom side where the OPBHB tanks were kind of trickling in to set up at WN7 earlier. But OPBHB, they have not found the Red Citadel OP, but when we were looking earlier at OPBHB's artillery, they're definitely helping. We do have Capitalism trying to make a move in the open field. It looks like the second point cap is all right. It's not too much in danger right now. Do you think right now, Inchon, OPBHB is saying, hey, we need to reset. We got to make sure we don't lose this what is it, drowned fields?
Well, I mean, you hold drowned fields, you lose.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta. Yeah. Right now, you're determining what's our best opportunity. We got enough time. Realistically, 24 minutes left.
Yep.
Let's get our armor paired up. Let's get our stuff together. We probably got about, think of it as like football. Hey,
yep.
We got about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We're probably going to have 2 more possessions here. Let's go ahead and make these count. You don't want to get into a position where you got to, do a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Airhead. But then again, at a certain point, those wind up having some success also. I'm just looking at here. We see OPBHB coming in on the north side, having to cross these open fields. GXV doing a great job keeping these probes, watching angles, shutting down these OPBHB guys in the open. And can these players for OPBHB have the mental stamina to say, hey, it's still there, and not, getting worn down of I'm just spawning and dying. I know the experienced players from OPBHB that were playing with us in the Alliance.
Yep.
We started capping, it's actually on this map, we started capping at 206 against Trigger and went out and win that in just a scrimmage. So it can be done. It can be done, but this is gonna be a hard position nut to crack. GXV has gotten 4 garrisons in active sector, 1 garrison in the locked territory, guys in behind, northern one. I mean, they've established themselves well here. I think they might have gotten a little too aggressive with that airhead in 76, going a little bit of I don't know. What do the kids say nowadays? They yeeted? Did they yeetus?
Big
the yeetus Maximus?
Yeetus Maximus.
Yes. I had to explain to my wife because we're old.
Yeah.
What drip is.
What?
Yes, that was this weekend. I explained to her because the NFL did a apparel commercial did a drip, and I explained that I could rate her drip. So yeah, I'm in tune with the lingo these days. Speaking of tune, Teacup is in tune with Brimini as he continues to hold that 3-story. That crossroads gonna be. There's just gonna be so much crayons in your chat. I apologize if you lose followers because Inchon said rate your drip. I apologize.
Rate your drip. No. Right now, it's that stalemate that we've been seeing, man. Right now at WN7 Glow, the Dolph, he's there. Glow Richard is also there right now. If we're looking at the crossroads, we do have BHB Joe and Pope Vin. Pocket's right there. He does take out Pope Vin, and another spawn wave of 13 Dope Ducky and Teacup. Joe does go down by Void Pocket. As we look, it must be hectic, man, because OPBHB, they've got some pretty good Garys lined up. You know, they do have armor coming in. I believe another Panther. They don't really have a Whammo Gary. They have a Gary out in F6, and it does go down. I believe Void Snip just took it down.
Well, and this is what's going to be interesting here, and that I'm sure OPBHB is going to go back. I'm looking at the artillery. G13, GXV.
Yep.
What is Roman numerals? What's XV in Roman numerals?
It should be. So GXV is the short. The X kind of just stands
what would
XV?
XV be in Roman numerals? Would that be 15?
I believe so. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
okay,
X is 10. V is 5.
Yep, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So G15.
G15.
G15. Void. You added 2 more to him.
There you go, Void. He remembered you guys this time.
I guess it should be G18 because you already got the 13 there. So we're gonna say G18 here. There it is. G18's artillery just completely silent. I mean, it's a nursing community over here. Meanwhile, OPBHB's artillery just running rampant, and with just shells after shells, and that's perplexing to me. That somebody needs to use this advantage. And whether it's the armor coming up with smokes,
yep,
and pushing forward, the infantry coming in, just such a great opportunity here for an advantage that OPBHB has that I just do not see really being employed to gain too much ground.
Yeah, we do have GXV's recon spotter, Globe Bite Size. He is probably one of the closest one here, but OP Dr. J, he's right there on the main road. They have about, like, I'd say 5 people committed to making sure, 5 or 4 people making sure that OPBHB's arty is consistently running, and it has been all game.
I mean, I would love to see how many shells fired for this team. Let's do a quick count of the resource situation, speaking of shells.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and switch to the map cam.
G18, because I can't say GXV.
G18.
Yeah. Is 810 fuel. Looking at they do got 176 up, another medium, so they're sitting okay there. Manpower, they're all generating 60 per minute. Manpower is healthy at 600.
Yep.
And actually 723 with the recent tick. And ammo 323. Doing good there. How's the resources looking for OPBHB?
For OPBHB, right now the fuel is looking at 220. I believe he has encouraged on. It's about what, 90 a minute.
Yep, that's correct. If you have all it does your base 30 and then doubles the generation of player generated nodes.
All right, so we do have about 552 manpower. The manpower does go down every time a player dies, correct? Depending on what loadout.
It goes down at the rate that the combat score, or sorry, 1/3 of the combat score. So if a commander dies, you lose 4 manpower. Because he's 12. If a rifleman dies, you lose 1 manpower. If you know that, you've been playing this game way too much. You should try out Marauders. I don't know.
We do have 267 munitions. So OPBHB's arty is pretty consistent.
Capitalism over here on the back side of this hedge between drowning pools on the south sides picks up 2 and kills an OP. Let's see if Crims and Daddy Pierce are able to clean up Rubber Ducky here. Rubber Ducky gets him.
We do see him. Actually, OP Rubber Duck does go down.
To friendly fire? That doesn't sound like an MG.
We do have a small sweat just a little bit more down. We do have a GXV, a jumbo coming on the south side to help Daddy Pierce nail capitalism.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull your attention quickly back to Win 7 here. OPBHB does have a squad coming out of the Iron Crossroads.
They do.
Some OP got down there, and they're actually Bremini's leading the point. Is able to take down some players here. Let's see if G13 is able to collapse in on this one.
We do have Butters. Butters is right there. Brenemy is the closest one to the Gary, but about a squad's worth of spawn just came in. But Brenemy's right there in the window. He has full view.
He's locking the garrison from that window.
Right now it's up to Critical. Critical Fail does put up a OP. 13 Dub Ducky. They don't know where Brenemy's at, but does Brenemy hop out?
I think Bremmy is waiting for a spawn wave, but I don't know if he realizes that he's probably just at maximum range to lock it. So no spawn wave is going to be coming in on that.
With Critical going back to the Gary, Brenemy does step away from the window. Void Pocket is attempting to go inside the house.
If you hear this tank, just fire right. Okay, Pocket got it.
Oh my.
Ooh, opportunity.
Another close call for G13. Yeah. Another close call.
See, you said it now, G13.
Oh shit! I apologize, Void. Void, don't kill me.
Yeah, Void. I was gonna say, we love you, Void. I'm just gonna call it Void G13 just to.
Void G13. GXV. Yeah. I'll try to keep it as much as I can. We do have a Panzer IV with Emperor, Rojvel, and Jimbonium. He is pushing up with Dupree's squad, I believe, on the southern side. I believe there's a Gary down here, right?
Airhead?
An airhead going down.
So look at this. G13 filling the pucker factor actually launched a defensive airhead to the east, and immediately north of there was an OPBHB airhead. Did that just get cleared up?
On my map, there is no OPBHB.
Airhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
no
so
airhead.
Both airheads dropped in the last right around the less than 15-minute mark, so they'll have one more airhead opportunity, a defensive one and an offensive one, at 14 minutes left. And this, remember, you said the situation. What happens to these teams? What happens to the winners? What happens to the not winners?
With either one, you know, there's obviously going to be a winner. There's going to be a loser, but the loser is basically not in the tournament anymore. And this is what the first stage, or as I call it, the qualifiers. This is week 2, so both GXV and OPBHB, they lost. OPBHB losing to FOC and GXV losing to DC. So this game, it's everything's on the line right here, man. Like nobody wants to not get to play another competitive, you know, HLL Seasonal.
Yeah. For
next weekend, man. And you know, I give it. I gotta take this moment. I do give props to both teams, man, because they're. I believe with how the match is going, they've put a lot of prep work in and they've put a lot of time in to make sure they come out and you know, give it 200%, man.
Yeah, we've seen great plays on both sides of the ball. I was gonna say both sides of the ball, both sides of the map today. And I think, you know, coming out of GXV, G18 glows XIII Legion and Void. I say them all now.
Yes.
You know, I think we're probably going to see some more household names coming out. If your household talks a lot about HL, which mine doesn't because my wife's tired of hearing about it. But
she starts naming names that you've been shouting out.
Oh my god, she's like, "Oh my god, did you get killed by Sergeant Rico again?" I'm like, yes, I got killed by Sergeant Rico again. You know, just listen to Heidi. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
Oh
yes,
my god.
Yes, honey.
We do see a bombing run incoming for OPBHB, clearing out danger close to Dupree squad and Pope Vin. Just from south to north on that main road. They are dealing with a jumbo right now, and they're getting really close.
I was gonna say that jumbo.
Oh my god!
Oh, that spawn wave. that tank is like, help, help, and to the rescue of them, spawn wave. Now they granted they did lose. Oh, don't run over your own player. Don't run over red. Or red. Okay. Oh, he got ran over.
He got ran over.
That's teamwork. That's dedication. I'm gonna get those little repairs. And my tanker, I can already hear my tankers go. You know, like, well, it's your fault.
It's your fault. We do have Glow Schmeck right here. Takes down Reslar. Does he see Small Sweat? I think there's a sense of urgency for OPBHB.
Yeah, this Panther and 76 engagement is going to be critical.
Yes.
Smolek gets connection. This thing needs a backup. It is not going to go your way, buddy. Back up. Let's see, dude. And this is one thing that G13 doesn't have right now. G18.
G18.
Doesn't have any repair stations. Doesn't have any anti-tank guns. This is everything they had for the first 20 minutes of the match. They don't have right now.
We do have
outside.
Yep. So right now I'm locked onto the OPBHB Panther. He is looking north when the Jumbo is directly east of him. He is gonna peek this little hedgerow right here while the Jumbo is looking directly at. The Jumbo knows he's here. The Jumbo knows he's here, but is he gonna peek? So
okay,
first shot just goes up.
Just be aware there's 2 squad size elements happening right now from OPBHB trying to go back to the right side of Grandma's house. Using that long garrison. And I like this play. You know, I think OPBHB realizes that G13 is not going to go for attack. Ooh, that Panther, that was a PZ4?
PZ4, I believe, goes down. That Panther it's a 2v1 right now. GXV does have 2 tanks in WN7, while OPBHB, they have that single Panther. Their fuel is at 250, so if that Panther goes down, they're not going to be able to spawn another heavy with like 9.5 minutes left in the match. I'm currently looking at OPBHB's grandma's house.
Yep, good eye.
They do have a lot of people in front. There's only Sticky, the commander, and maybe a Jumbo that's not even looking their way.
Well, that Jumbo, the turret's back behind.
Yeah,
I've been watching him. He smartly realized that is a position he doesn't want to stay in.
He is.
And they're actually and checking on the left side, that Panther from OPBHB goes down opposite of the 76 on the south side of the map. And
it's gonna be really hard for like Rubber Duck and Small Sweat to push without a tank on that side, man.
Yep. Leaps has now come off of artillery duty, is now taking down the only lock zone garrison on the G line for OPBHB. So OPBHB making their final push. Looks like we got 6.5 minutes left. It's going to be making their final push from Grandma's house on the northeast side.
We are currently looking at the trench line, that Iron Cross that you enlightened me about. OP Uno, you know, Biohazard, he just spawns right now. I do hear a bombing run coming in. I believe that's from
like it's going to be a defensive bombing run.
GXV, right now, like we were talking about earlier, man, this is an opportunity, but GXV does have quite a bit of numbers right there with tank support.
Yep. So, G18, how many nicknames are we going to give this team?
A lot.
G-Unit.
G-Units.
Nah, that gives too much credit to Chloe. Anyway, they're responding well. Great play from this armor to come back. We see a blueprint down for a repair station. And I mean, if I have to just, you know, here as we get to the last 5.5 minutes before cap.
Yep.
Their armor play for both these tank crews has just been great. 13th Legion, Ares, and I think Void was managing the other one.
Yep. Void has a tank squad as well.
Yeah, it's just been stellar.
As we're looking for OPBHB, we do have OP Ham as a tank squad. And I believe there should be one more add-in. Yeah.
Okay. So here you go. Remember we talked
that window of opportunity, man. Looks like smoke is coming down in the Iron Cross trench line.
There we go. Now, and then just as a heads up, they do have a squad trying to push across the field. But as I was getting excited, the 76 just took out 3 of them on one shot.
Oh
so
my
here
God.
we go. We finally see OPBHB's artillery starting to support their infantry. Gonna put down a significant amount of smoke and make a mess of it. This, wow. This 76 that backed out of it, still in the fight.
He's still there.
Orientated a position where I don't think he thought he was going to be. Now he's got smoke in front of him. Hitting grandma's
Does look like. We do see a light tank from OPBHB, the Luke's facing the backside, making sure that he provides some kind of suppression or cover while they're heading south.
3.5 minutes out, we do see some from Cap progressing to start. Recon flare goes up, gets a count of OPBHB over here in the Iron Cross. And I think they might be a little surprised how much is there.
We're gonna go real deep into this.
Oh, but look at this, look at this. Artie from G18 has just abandoned their artillery. Just completely abandoned it. Just said, we can't defend it. The Last of Us, I think, is the player here, is keeping an eye on it. So it is down to just infantry and armor here. 3 minutes left.
Right now,
over 3 minutes left.
OPBHB, that grandma's house is where they're going to attack WN7.
They got no other options, and this 76 is just. I mean, we gotta pull up the stats on this one. He just hitting every window, firing HEs, firing a
We do
might be concerned that he's going to be running out of ammunition.
Yeah, we do have Legion 13's Ares covering in that jumbo specifically. We do have some BHB Reaver and Butters pushing in. I believe OP Rajwell, they have abandoned their tank squad and have become infantry now.
Yep. Okay, so Madcap for OPBHB is the only defender here. We do got 3 players from G18 putting some pressure on.
We have TD Jesus from 13th.
Yep. If he's able to get in here and start the cap, you know, OPBHB will have to be honest and start to pull some of these forces back, which they just did.
Strikeout, making plays, pushing forward, takes 2 down.
Huge spawn. Gets taken out right there. Madcap comes back into the strong point.
Strikeout, making plays right now. If I believe Joe's approaching, but OPBHB's artillery is definitely helping them with this. We do have some cap progress from GXV onto Drowned Fields. I believe it's only TD Jesus, but we do have there's Keys and a couple other guys, but
90 seconds left.
A lot of OP BHB in there, but a grenade takes out about 5 people.
Yep.
Small sweat.
This 76 might want to start to back up a little bit more. He's got smoke all around.
They are making their way through that that trench line, that Iron Cross trench line. Right now, with about 1 minute 5 seconds left to cap to win, Smithers is the only one there. We do see Richard and Crims, but I believe Strikeout and Devo know where that OP's at in that trench line. A big spawn wave from GXV. We do have 50 seconds left to cap. If OPBHB do not cap, this is the end of the tournament for them.
Look at this light force from G18 pulling back 6, 7, 8 guys. Might just been enough time. Attackers from OPBHB, this could come right down to the wire here.
So we have it right now, and it looks like so and Emperor are there. Stereo is also pulling
20
there.
seconds.
We do have like 3 OPs, a big spawn wave on the western side of WN7. 10 seconds left. A big spawn wave from G13.
Huge,
a lot of orange
dive.
dots.
I mean, it's going to take both already shells fire right now, and then those tanks are coming in. That is game.
I believe that's game, man. This has been a very hard fought battle, man.
And do me a favor. Go back to Drowned Fields. Go back to Drowned Fields real quick.
We're heading back.
Eight people back here on defense in Drown Fields in a Hail Mary situation.
Let's ask this question. Do you think that's the right call? In your opinion.
Yes, I love not turtling.
Yes.
Getting a squad leader back there and getting him into the strong point with an OP. You say you just get 2 of your people back there, even just 1. He's going to tie up 3 people.
Yes.
If you're able to get that strong point advantage, and it's going to force the other team to hesitate. They're going to have to stay honest by it. They're going to have to commit, and they don't exactly know how much they're going to commit.
Yes.
So they have a risk of overcommitting, and I think that's no fault of anybody's.
No,
You're
it's
just gonna
not.
have to be honest.
They
sent back 8 to take care of 4.
They obviously don't have the view that we have, and if we did, then obviously that'd be unfair. But seeing that they pulled as much manpower to go back, with everything settling down with 40 seconds left in the official match point.
Yep. I mean, look at this. Look at just what's happening here. If they would have been able to keep that on there, artillery's finally got in on that garrison.
Yes, if only like maybe 40 seconds quicker.
Yep. This could have been different. OPBHB could have moved on to the next round. Instead, they will be taking a hiatus as they go back to HCA.
Yes.
And G13 is looking like a team and representing both these teams, representing the NA communities very, very well.
Very, very. I believe, just to make a correction, Void is spread out within the EU, and
Yep.
Legion 13 does have some guys from the UK. So,
fair enough.
But
most
of them are
today. They're American.
America,
they're
baby.
North American.
America.
They can be Canadian. Yeah, they can be. Sorry about that. They could be Canadian.
Yes.
They can still represent Central America.
Yes.
Latin America. So yes. But regardless of where they're from, they showed up today and gave one hell of a match.
They definitely did, man. And to go a full game, with OPBHB being more the seasoned guys, and with HLL Seasonals, if you want to correct me, and GXV, kind of being the newcomers, but
before we lose it, let's look at armor here real quick.
Let's go check it out.
That Void squad. He had 3,100 before he left. Ares 2,100 for the squad.
Yep.
Glow looks like one tank crew from each of the tribe was over 2,000. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I wanted to show those real quick.
They definitely played a significant part within this match. At one point, I believe GXV had three jumbos on the on the map. So
yeah, I want to just give another compliment to the tanks. Were so adaptive to the environment around them. When they had repair stations, they were stationary and playing well. When they didn't have repair stations, they were reversing, they were adjusting their position. They always had a good, especially, and that's such a great thing on Utah, was able to keep the fight in front of them, sometimes on the side of them, but never behind them. And that's a mark of a tank crew that is working well together and can read the map. So I think looking at the way that OPBHB just shut down G18's artillery, looking at the infantry play going about neutral on both sides. We saw some great plays from both teams. We saw some squad leaders get into some really critical positions, but I keep going back. It was the armor that just was the stalwart of that defense.
They, as you were pointing out earlier, they had damn near almost 4 repair stations at a certain spot at one point.
Yeah, we sang the Christmas Carol about. Well, I sang the Christmas Carol.
You did. You
didn't have
did.
to come in.
If you guys want to check that out, you could just rewind to the VOD and
Please don't clip that. That
you,
doesn't need to happen.
You have. But yeah, I think in the beginning, GXV, you know, with their last match against DC, they sniped like 3 trucks. Today's game, they took out 1 truck. OPBHB did manage to get a truck in the beginning. With the point being W and 7, does it favor anybody?
You know, it's the shot is a little bit more direct of an approach for the Germans.
Yeah.
But the sniping opportunities, I think, does favor allies. With that said, you know, there's been matches of equal comparison teams. I go back to the line in WTH in the semifinals of last season. The line was Germans, and you know, didn't get it off the beginning, but was actually able to come back and take the point. I mean, it's one of those that whatever team gets it at the beginning comes in with such a strong advantage.
Yeah.
But it's up to the other team to keep that kind of, you know, dynamic attack. You're coming in from different angles.
Yeah.
You're working with your armor. You're working with your artillery.
I believe.
OPBH.
Sorry to cut you off. I believe, just my opinion, the Axis kind of have a more, I guess, a nicer like terrain on their side, because they do have the crossroads on their side.
Whereas they get crossroads, and they get more of the town coming on that E line.
Yes. Whereas on the Allied side, there's kind of a little bit more open field when you're not including WN7 itself. They do have Grandma's house, but man, like the sight lines, kind of does it favor in the Allies though? When it comes to that main road, that.
I mean, the sight lines work both ways.
Yeah.
You know, I think one area that we definitely saw play out here was the artillery. The artillery defense is much easier for the Germans.
Yes.
Things that we didn't see, though, we didn't see any tank snipes, although it looked like the German defenses were built up well.
Yes.
To block any splashes on that. And we didn't see any rocket snipes, which love them or hate them. It is a possibility to happen, and we didn't see any one of those in the game. So
yeah, it is. So let's touch on one more thing. Who do you think had the better econ in this game? You know, as we were tracking the fuel, the manpower, the munitions.
I don't know if I would say better. I guess my first take is that there were some questionable airheads.
Yes.
From G18, GXV,
G15.
G15. How do you want to?
Yeah.
That were indications that they probably had a little bit more manpower than they wanted, or you know, to be able to spare some of those.
Yes.
I don't think we ever saw in a position where either team was constrained by resources. So I really don't think that was a factor in this game to give an advantage to one or the other.
I definitely agree with you with that. So my name's Cidi. This is Inchon. He sang a song for us today. And Inchon, do you have any last words?
No, just please don't clip that. And to the OPBHB guys, you know, hang your head high.
Yes.
This was a great match. I know this isn't the way that they were expecting the seasonal to go for them, but no team entering the seasonal anticipates that.
Yes.
For GXV, I think this is a great
opportunity
match coming. Well, great match coming out of the DC. Like you get paired up with DC, and we just that is. DC is in my top 4. I think you're going to see them go all the way through. They're going to be in the top 4, the semi-playoffs of the seasonal. And for G13 to take that loss and come out strong like this is a good recognition of the work they're putting in.
Yeah, man.
And so, yeah.
It's great, man. So to wrap this up, thank you guys for watching, and maybe I'll get another match next week. Thank you again, Inchon. I will definitely try to set up the stream to be a little bit more efficient and clear.
We'll introduce him to OBS Ninja.
Yeah,
Work
there
on
you
some
go.
of
There
those
you go.
settings.
So yeah,
So.
you guys have a good day, good evening, good night, and if you guys need any more information, just check out HLL Seasonal or catch my VODs on cidi's YouTube. It's youtube.com/CIDIYT. So yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you, Inchon, and
Thank you. Take care.